Hey there, friends. So far, we have talked about money. We've talked about what each of the coins are, the names of the coins. We've talked about how much each of the coins are worth. And we counted groups of like coins. That means the same coin. So we counted groups of pennies. We counted groups of nickels. We counted groups of dimes. Well, today I'm going to show you some tips of what to do if you are counting groups of mixed coins, okay, of different kinds of coins. All right, so let's take, for example, I have a bunch of coins down here. I'm going to push them up here, and this is where we're going to work from, okay? Let's just say that I've got a group of nickels and pennies, okay? Well, let's put that one up there. Okay, I've got a group of nickels and pennies right here. And let's say that I was told, okay, I need to count these. Okay, so I'm going to count them, but I got to figure out what's the best way to do it. Some of the things that I like to do is I like to get my coins in a row, because for me that's easier to count. That way I don't forget or miss some. It's easier to count them if they're in a row. So I'm going to put them in a row, and I'm also going to put all the like coins together. So I'm going to put all the pennies together. I'm going to put all the nickels together. And I'm also going to put first in line the coins that are worth most. So if we have pennies and nickels, which ones are we going to put in the front of the row? Which ones are worth the most, pennies or nickels? Right, because nickels, because they're worth 5 and pennies are only worth 1, right? So nickels are worth 5. I'm going to put all the nickels first. So I'm going to put all the coins that are the same together and all the coins that are the same together, okay? And I'll put them in a row like this, okay? So all the coins that are worth more are first, and then we put them in order. So the ones that are worth 5 go first, the ones that are worth 1 then to go second, okay? Now, I'm going to count these, and as I count them, I'm going to count the nickels by 5s, right? We said they're worth 5, so I'm counting the nickels by 5s. And then when I get to the pennies and on, I'm not going to continue to count by 5s. I need to count on by how much pennies are worth. They're worth 1, so I'm going to count by 5s and then count on once I get to the pennies by 1, okay? Like this. 5, 10, 15, count on, 16, 17, 18, 19. So the whole amount that the coins are worth together is 19. Okay? Let's try some more. Move these down. Let's see. Let's try that with some dimes, some pennies. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to put the dimes in the row first because they are worth more. They're worth 10. So we're going to put those in their line first. Then we'll line up the pennies after the dimes. Okay? And we're going to count the dimes first. Oh, another thing I should mention, when I'm counting coins, and they're actually coins that I can hold in my hand and move around like this, I like to move them so that I know that I already counted them, okay? If they're coins on a piece of paper and you've already counted them, you can mark on them or check them off. But if they're coins that you're holding or that you're moving on a board like this, moving them away from the others shows you that you've already counted them, okay? We're going to count dimes by 10, pennies by 1. Remember, we're going to count the dimes, and then when we get to the pennies, we're going to count on. We're not going to keep counting by 10s. We're going to count on by 1s. Okay, here we go. 10, 20, 30, 40, count on, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. So what's the total amount? 45 cents. Good job. Are you getting the idea? Okay, let's try Let's see. We'll do some dimes. Ooh, let's do dimes and nickels. We'll count dimes and nickels together. Okay, so here's some dimes, some nickels. There we go. Okay, now, if I'm working with dimes and nickels, and I'm putting the biggest amount, the largest amount first in the line, which one will that be? Which one's worth more, a dime or a nickel? A dime, because a dime is worth 10 cents. Right, so we're gonna gather all the dimes first, put all the dimes first in line. Okay, all right, there's that, and then we'll put the nickels next. How much are nickels worth? A nickel is worth 5 cents. Good, good. So we'll line up these nickels next. Okay, here we go. Now we're gonna count. We're gonna count the dimes first because they're worth more. Each dime is worth 10 cents. When we get done with the dimes and we get to the nickels, we're gonna count on, instead of counting by tens, we're gonna count on by fives. Okay, here we go. 10, 20, 30, 40. Count on. 45, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65. So all those nickels and dimes together is worth 65 cents. Good job. Okay, now, are you ready to count lots of different coins? Not just 2 different coins. Let's count 3 different coins. Okay, we'll put some dimes up there, some pennies or some nickels up there, and we'll put some pennies up there. The rest of this we'll leave down here. Okay, now I have 3 different coins. I have some pennies, I have some nickels, and I have some dimes. What I'm going to do is the same thing. I'm going to put them in a line, and I'm going to put them in that line in order. So the largest amount goes first. Then the second largest amount goes next. And then the smallest amount goes last. Okay, here we go. The biggest amount, the coins that are worth the most out of dimes, nickels, and pennies are dimes because they're worth 10. So we'll put the dimes first. I have 2 dimes. Yep, 2 dimes. Then I'm gonna put what? Pennies or nickels next? Nickels. Good. We'll put nickels next. And then pennies. We're gonna put those in a line. Now, I'm gonna do the same thing as before. I'm gonna count on. I'm gonna count the biggest dimes by 10, and then when I get to the nickels, I'm gonna count the nickels, count on by 5s. When I get done with the nickels, I'm gonna count on again, but this time I'm gonna count on by 1s. Here we go. 10, 20, count on 25, 30, 35, count on 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. So all together, all those coins together, the total amount that they are worth is 40. Good job. You're going to do an activity that's similar to this in your seesaw, except it's going to be on paper. And if you would like to, since you don't have the coins to move around, you can use your drawing tool or your marker tool to make a little mark on each of the coins that you've already counted. That may help you. Okay? All right. Can't wait to see what you do.